Hello, I'm not dead yet. I feel like shit, but I'm not dead yet. um, Gonna give it a couple minutes. Give it a minute here for some people to join in and watch. Um, I was went to physical therapy for my shoulder today. Anytime I go to physical therapy, I always feel worse when I come out of there than when I went in there. Oh, but it was the first one. I told them to start me out next week with don't have me come back in for therapy again this week. And I thought I was all done with my doctor appointments, and I got home and my doctor calls, uh, or my doctor's assistant calls. You need to come in and see a doctor right away. It's very important. Okay, so I got to go in Friday, but Um, you might notice I sound different. I sound different because I went to the dentist on Tuesday, and that's one reason I don't feel very good. Yeah, because I'm getting ready for dentures and say right now they only those. Only that's all I got. That's all I got right now. I'll have nice, pretty, pearly whites by the middle of June. But now I'd have no more mercury in my mouth, no more root canal teeth, all these things that cause you these health problems I've got. Um, they're gone. And man, it's a shot. It's almost torture going through that, pulling all them, and But I think in the end it'll be well worth it. Um, Jack's looking at me because he said, why's your tail end so it look wet? Huh? Huh, Jack? What's up? Huh? You sit in the mud or something? Hey, Alan. Yeah, I have trouble talking even. Uh, I just watched it. There were some guys doing. They did a video, put out a video today. It was a couple of millennials who don't know crap trying to do a video about Forrest Fenn, and all they could think about is Forrest Gump because that's all they were ever taught about Vietnam, you know. And there was something else came up. Worth the cold. It's worth the cold to wait. You got to wait for his will to be read. You got to collect bananas. And in the poem, I'm not going to be on long because I can't talk. It's kind of hurt. My gums are ow. Where'd the book go? Oh, I had it. There it is, right next to me. But in the poem, there's as above, so below, and people were brought up that things don't rhyme like they should and stuff. But that's because things in the top of the poem match with things in the bottom of the poem. Uh, where warm waters halt, and then at the end of it, it's worth the cold. And what worth the cold means is worth the cold shoulder. Um, no, since I'm on this page, I was now I feel my father sitting on the edge of a cloud somewhere watching. If he knows everything about me, he's pretty busy lighting candles, some of them at both ends. But I hope he knows that I've been sometimes guilty only by okay. So if he knows everything about me, okay, that's what you need to know, everything about him. If you know everything about him, you'll be able to find these candles his father's been lighting blazes. That's what's all over the mountain. But I said too far to waltz. Yeah, too far to waltz, or too long to wait. When he was 79, 80, he very well I probably won't make it to 85. Well, he hit there and he's gone past that. And yeah, I'm gonna some of my words are going flat tire words. Oh, uh, I've had a headache today. I took one of my Norcos, take a Norco, and I took a sumatriptan. Uh, I guess some people call them Suma. They're for migraines, and that fixes up my headache. But the thing is, I took one of them yesterday, and you can only take 2 a week, so so I gotta wait maybe till next Wednesday or to take another one. um, and but worth the gold is worth the cold shoulder, you know, because his will, what he secreted, he hid the treasure is hidden in the poem. The poem is a treasure map. So if you're looking for where the treasure is hidden, it's hidden in the poem. It's hidden under there. As I gone alone in there. He went into the bank. Because if you find the blazes, they're the, and I've got the car, the Buffalo Cowboy car. That's one of the blazes. Nobody else can claim that, and I don't believe anybody can claim the ones I've already collected. The bananas I've already collected. Bananas are blazes, and oh dang stitches. I got the stitches out of my. I got what is it? 3 stitches out of my shoulder. There's one for each hole. In physical therapy, they told me to massage those spots there. But I found out that they, what the doctor did, he showed me the pictures, and he went in there, and your bicep tendon has actually 2 tendons that come up here. There's a big one that comes up over here, and there's a small one comes up over here. But my small one was smaller, way smaller than it should have been. And what he figured was causing me the pain. And so he just snipped it. So that one's not connected anymore. But you see, I can still lift my arm. I can't lift it up too much yet because I'm still just 3 weeks after surgery. But then the dentist, they take these teeth out, and I got one more to pull on the bottom, right? I said, well, you need to get that one quick because I don't want my 4 to 6 weeks wait to get my impressions to turn into 10 to 12 weeks. And what does the scheduler do? We're going to make it 10 to 12. Yeah. So they're not going to get this other one out until May 9th. I'm so that ticks me off. That just ticks me off, you know. And the dentist, well, that one can wait. No, it can't wait. You know. What's wrong with fucking doc? You know, can't you get good service in the dentist? But you don't want to see in here. I showed Jason Dent a picture of it, and he, I didn't need to see that. It's pretty nasty because it's just a bunch of bloody holes with stitches going across all the way. It looks like Frankenstein mouth in there. But I'm gonna get. I told the dentist, I said, make sure that they give me the proper size teeth. I don't want dentures with frickin' baby teeth on them. I want dentures with the size that I was born or that I grew up with and stuff. There's only 4 people watching. I watched them gypsies. Ha ha ha, Toby, ha ha. He thought he wouldn't see me streaming anymore. He thought, Bill Gorman's done because you need at least 1,000 subscribers. You need at least 1,000 subscribers to stream. I'll show you something here. Back on. Go back here. My group, my pit channel. You need at least 1,000 subscribers to stream. So we know DeCall Thomas is out, and some other Fenn tubers are out from live streaming. What's his name? Eric Johnson. He doesn't live stream anyhow. He produces his videos and uploads them. I made a little cartoon with him on it too. I'll show you because I haven't been on because all this doctors. I had one appointment Monday. I get my seen orthopedic on Tuesday. Got my shoulder stitches out Tuesday morning, and then I had the noon appointment with the dentist that didn't happen until 12:45, and then I had seen physical therapy today, and I thought I was done for the week. Nope. 4 out of 5. Oh, I got 5 appointments this week. Okay, so 4 out of 5. In 4 out of 5 days, I got doctor appointments. So this is why. Right there, 1,929 subscribers. So, yeah. I can stream. I didn't get rid of Toby snickered. Oh, we're going to see some people go away now. Nope. I'm trying to. Doctor wants me to come in because, you know, they say, here, go to the lab and take a blood test. When the doctor should have said, you do, you know, these blood tests you do when you're fasting. You know, I had 2 or 3 cups of tea with sugar, you know, in the morning. And so, you know, down there to go do the blood test, and that sugar shows up as triglycerides, you know. But it's supposed to be done when you haven't eaten for 12 hours or so, you know, haven't ingested anything for 12 hours, whatever. And they're not, you know, so they did the test wrong. And so the doctor's all in a panic, and except my HDL is low. And I look up HDL. What organ in your body controls your HDL? I want to know what organ controls your HDL. And you look up online, and it's like some vegan wrote this stuff, you know. And my boy, there's some big snowflakes flying by the window. Yeah, the bomb hit here. It snowed. We got about a ½ inch now, snowing again, but I don't think there'll be anything accumulating. And I think the thing's moving east, and my mouth hurts. Take care. Yeah. Maybe the original poem said too far to waltz. Ouch. Yep, it said big ouch. Silver thread. That's the other thing, the ball of string. He's going to string us along. He's stringing it out. He's going to string it out. The end of his rainbow is when he passes away. So that's why the poem, he says, leads to the end of his, one of the reasons it says it leads to the end of his rainbow. The other reason is to find the end of his rainbow, you find the beginning of his rainbow. Oh. Yeah, when I left the dentist, he said, don't talk. I can talk a little bit. No, it's about over. I hope so. Because I know I'm the winner. Nobody believes it. And that's what, one of his, but his will is hidden in the poem. Snow cone, yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, snow cones. I wasn't thinking snow cone. I was thinking smoothies. So I grabbed some bananas and some strawberries, and I'm gonna make like cream smoothies, so I figure what I'll do is I'll blend them together, and then I'll put them in the freezer a while, and then I'll blend them again to break up the ice. But I'm gonna make some smoothies. I found out the other day I had a Wendy's Frosty, and at that point I realized ice feels good on them extracted teeth. Oh gosh, it's gonna bruise my bananas. Okay. Oh, maybe I'll blend them all up because I gotta get my Ninja out. I got one of the Ninja with the 2 containers, and a big one and a little one, and that thing just pulverizes the ice and stuff. I can make some ice though too. I just blend for smoothies. Wisdom teeth. My wisdom teeth went out when I was, I think I was still in high school. I was like 17 or so. I remember my mother took me to dentist, and they knock you out for that. And when I came to, there was this nurse leaning over me, and she had like 44 triple E's, hanging over me. I woke up, first thing I see is these big titties right in front of my face. I'm like, oh, hi. And I look down at my feet, and there's my mother there. Yeah. Oh. So I got some Powerade and stuff to try instead of soda and whatever. Oh, my mouth is sore. Damn. Whoa. Whoa, damn. All these emotions coming out. Oh. But you look at the thumbnail on this thing, it's obvious the one face on the far left of it, and there's another one right in the middle that it's hard to make out, and the rest was I just needed to be back off far enough, but the face on the left was at the left edge of the picture, so some of the stuff on the right is hard to determine what's there, but there's two, 3 faces in there, more than that. The one on the left is really clear. It's a woman's face. It seems they did better artwork of the women than they did of the men. And it's bad. Yeah, I got a little tea in there, but I can't have hot tea, so I make the tea and then let it cool off before I drink it. You're not supposed to have hot things, but I can. They said no hot chocolate, but I got. You don't have to chew these; they melt in your mouth. They're good. You just got to make the chunk small, drop it in there, and let it melt. And that's actually the first little bar I broke off of that whole thing there. Oh, my head hurt. And then the other thing, my dentist, the day that they picked that I could come in and have that it's a crown that fell out. The crown fell off, and there's just a root tip left there. And the day they picked for me to come in for that was the same day I have an appointment with my oncologist. And so I was saying, well, I get the oncologist to change the appointment date because I'm not going to wait later than that for the dentist. And then I thought, well, wait a minute. The dentist has an office in another city. I'm not going to say who they are or anything, but because they gave me I'll get to that. But so I'm going to see if I can change that, pulling that out to a sooner day. But it says on here for my my full upper denture, they said make sure that's $80 and you can't go without paying for them. It's like, no problem. $80. People pay $1,500, $2,000. Some people pay as much as $10,000 a parcel. you know, if you're getting the clip-in, snap-in ones and stuff. But yeah, it says. So I got one more tooth to get, and $80 for the upper, $60 for the lower, and $10 for pulling that root. And so I got $150 to go, and I have upper and lower dentures. And my brother, 17 days in the fire today, 13 left downhill from here for him. Peaked yesterday. What fire is that? I don't see a fire mentioned earlier up here. Yeah. But Toby, I'm not gone. I can stream. Oh, let me show you the little cartoon I made too. Oh, where is it? Yeah, I'll show you a new picture of the blaze. I went up there the other day, and the snow. I took one step, and the snow. I mean, it was. You know, when my leg went down into the snow, all of a sudden, yeah, it was right up to my crotch. Woo! My leg went way down there, and my other leg's up. You know, and it's kind of hard when you're sitting on the ground with one leg all the way in the snow and your other leg's folded up, and you can't get in a position. You kind of got to roll over and pull your leg out and stand up somewhere else. But yeah, snow is 3-4 feet deep in spots. There were spots in the clearings that were melted, but in the woods, that snow takes forever to melt, especially in a canyon. But because of all the trees are blocking the sunlight, the sun melts the snow. It takes and the slobber and you guys send you home and your mouth is full of gauze, and it's like, I can't sleep with that in my mouth. I'll choke to death overnight, you know. A fire. Well, it's this. I'm not gonna try and figure out something that isn't part of the treasure hunt, because the blaze is rock formation. It's his stories are blazed on the canyon walls, and so if anybody, you know, if anything other than that, it's not a forest fire. There was a forest fire in the area, but I think it was after he wrote the book. There was a big forest fire. The Stout-Hearted Men. Oh yeah, I'm pulling up the other one too, huh? Boom. Recent places. I made a couple of them, I guess. Okay, I'll open that other one too to show you that. I'll get them both open. Before I switch it around, I made this one too. It's kind of funny because people are all those opinion, you know, because it was he meant to say pine. He didn't mean to say pinyon. It could be. It's close to the borderline of the pinyons, but it's mostly pine trees. So the pinyon tree, you see, it's full of pinyon gears. That's a pinyon tree. Yeah, if you see one of them around, yeah. And these are the Fenn tubers. You know, because Troy Barlow, his parrot is Stewie. So I had Stewie and Brian. I use them. I said, okay, we'll make Brian Joe Monday, and Sasha, she wanted to be Jessica Rabbit. So I told her, well, then Jason's going to have to be Roger Rabbit. And then look, I got a couple of yeah, the the gypsies are the Simpsons. Joey Nelson, he's Daffy Duck. I'm of course Bugs Bunny because I'm in the rabbit hole, and then K-Pro, she's real tall, right? So so she's Natasha, and since she was Natasha, Mike had to be Boris. And then they pooped down there. And Eric Johnson, I mean, all I had to do was duplicate another pair of glasses onto Sherman and make Eric Sherman, and he came with oh gosh, I gotta remember his name now. The dog, but you know, but they're a couple of they're supposed to be real smart cartoon characters, right? So the two smart cartoon characters, Michael Hull, he's pretty smart. So Peabody, that's the dog's name, Peabody, and then Rick McDonald, since I'm Bugs Bunny, but you know. It wasn't personality that I made Rick McDonald Elmer Fudd. It was the looks. He looks just like, look at that smile. That's Rick McDonald's smile right there, man. Look, there's two pairs of glasses on Sherman. A blue pair and a black pair, right? But and look, Bugs is in the hole. He's in a hole in the ground, and I just used the my mountain in my backyard, Mount Blanca. So some people, I think the only reason, because all of these people up there enjoyed their thing. Rick was like, Elmer Fudd, come on. But it's like, hey, you look like him. the reason Mike Cowling wouldn't show this picture is because of they poop here. And look, Natasha even looks a little like K-Pro. Okay. They were always conniving to undermine Bullwinkle and Rocky, you know. they always had something up their sleeve, some dastardly deed to complete or whatever. Oh, but I got 28 minutes. Yeah, I can't talk too long. You don't want to see in there. I don't have missing tooth anymore. I'm missing all of them. Yeah, all of them. I got 6 on the bottom. That's it. Or I got 7. I got that root tip that's coming out. So yeah, and I told the dentist, this one over here hurts, and you're not going to do the impression for my dentures when that's still hurting. If you can't, he said, well, if I put a filling in there, it'll just fall out. Well, if that's the case, then pull the frickin' thing, you know? Get rid of it, because I don't want to get dentures, and then there's such a problem with that tooth that it's got to be pulled, and then I got to get another lower partial, you know? But I plan on, when I get them, I want to 3D image them so that I can print extra sets. You know, they don't have. I'm surprised there isn't a company that makes a denture printer. But that's about all I really got. You know, on top of my mind. You know, the thing in the poem, that the things in the top of the poem, tablets, things don't, garbage. I got 2 tablets and neither of them work. You know, because I use my phone. I don't use them enough. I can't tether that many devices off my Verizon Unlimited. Uh, so, um, anything new? What, it's really pretty simple. Your fire, I know what the blaze, his airplane crashing in the side of the hill made a huge fireball that he knew would attract unwanted attention. You know, that's the only fireball he mentions in the book, and it's halfway up the cliff, just like the formations I found. A lot of them are halfway up the cliff. Moses is halfway up the cliff, and he's ablaze, and he had pulled fire alarm, go down the fire escape, and that's how his pants got turned dark, and then it ended up in the stout-hearted men thing. Is the Fenn treasure buried under snow at this moment? It might be, it might not be, but I couldn't. Most of the area I was at was covered in snow. There was some spots that wasn't, and I'm thinking where the Jolly Green picked him up was in a clearing. It's probably in the clearing, but it's probably on the edges of the clearing. I got some pictures of some holes under the rocks, and you know, I take the picture and it's black, just a black void in the picture under the rock, you know, and then I say photo adjust, and I remove the shadows and turn the brightness up, and I can see inside that dark spot and know there's nothing right there, but there could be something in there buried. So I'm gonna, you know, when I go up, I bring my metal detector up there, and I'll look in there with it. The area is too promising, but you know. And then there's Dale mentioned in the bomb thing. The bombs here is snowing. You know, we got a half an inch before sunset, and earlier the snow was going right to left. Now it's going left to right. So, and the wind had died. There's no wind right now, but still the snow's going at an angle. But when wind was like 22 miles an hour, it was almost going. It was going across, almost straight across. Oh, but I'm alive, and I can still live stream. Haha, Toby. I'll go see how many these other searchers, what their subscribers are. I'm almost to 2,000. I'm almost double what the cutoff is. So I watched Jason video. So Fenn Treasure Hunters, he's only 1,500, 1,552. But he can stream, no problem. Iwi Productions, $370, so he can't stream. That's why he's uploading his videos. He's only 375. So I have about 5 times more subscribers than Eric. I'm a nobody. I'm imagining things, you know. The VA tried to tell me I was imagining my health problems, and my cancer doctor says, no, you're not. You know. And you know, people think they know you, and they don't. Well, one thing, you know, Jason assumed that the reason I'm searching in Colorado is because I already lived here, because I live here, and that's not true. I searched in. I was an Oregon resident when I learned about the chase. I did my first searches in New Mexico and stuff, and then I moved up to near Browns Canyon, near Salida and stuff. And I searched. People remember I searched around there for a year or two, and then the end of 2016, I came. I was heading up here to the beginning of the rainbow, and when I stopped at the campground, I looked up the name of the place, and it meant bright, which is a blaze, and it means bright is also an alternate word for wise. So wise and bright are the same thing. If you've been wise and found the blaze, if you've been bright, you found a bright blaze. Treasures of the heart. Yeah. I've given up on treasures of the heart. Maybe when I get my teeth, I can get a treasure of the heart. You know? Freaking women, man. They you know, their standards are so high, you know, for a man. Yet they expect you to accept all of their flaws, you know. You know. I remember when I was 29, 30, I had a girlfriend with false teeth. It didn't bother me, you know. And, you know, but women, you see them posting on, must have your own teeth. It's like, well, okay, we're not 30, 40 anymore, you know. When you're 50, 60, you can only put so many fillings in a tooth, and then you got to get rid of them. You know. And I just decided I'm tired of the, you know, it looks like quilted patchwork, you know. I would get a nice, clean, white set, and I'll be a Hollywood. So when I do have the treasure, and I go to do the press conference or whatever, then I'll have a nice set of pearly whites to show off. That's my smile now. That's all you get. So, a friend of mine, 28, with dentures, all of that. Yeah. See what I mean? Yeah. But she'll require a man to have his own teeth. You know what I mean? They you know. And I went shop. I had to go get some groceries. So, what can I? You know, I got nothing to chew with, so I had split pea soup for dinner and oatmeal for breakfast. Last night I had cream of wheat for dinner. You know, at least I take a handful of vitamins every day to make up for stuff. But yeah, I bought a box of packets of mashed potatoes, so that, and I bought 4 cans of gravy, and that's really good. It's yummy. and so I make 2 cups of water, and it gave me an idea, because I got this 18-cup water filter, pure water filter, and and sometimes the air from the talking goes through the gums, and but I don't know where my 1 cup measuring cup is, but I got the 1/4 cup, so I had to do a 1/4 cup 8 times. And then I was thinking, why doesn't this water pitcher have measurement marks on it? You know, I need 2 cups. Okay, I'm starting at 18, and so when it gets to 16, I got my 2 cups. You know, so I sent the suggestion to Pure Water Filters. I said, hey, why don't you put one cup, maybe 2-ounce measuring marks on it, so that I don't have to get a measuring cup out. I can just drop the level down 2 cups, and I know I got my 2 cups. See, none of you people ever thought of that. Nobody ever thought of that at the Pure Factory. No, nobody ever suggested that to them before. But watch, you'll see their water filters come out with measuring marks on them in the future. And that was because of me. Okay? I had another idea for hats because I bought a $55 leather hat, right? And my condition, I sweat a lot. It's part of the polycythemia vera that I have. And so, the sweat, it goes through the leather on the hat and makes it all wet looking. And then when it dries, you got salt from your sweat, dries on it, and it just destroys your $55 hat. And I thought, why not? Why don't they have a stick-on hat liner that you could put in your hat that absorbs the sweat and keeps the moisture from getting on the hat, right? And actually, there's already a product like that, except it's not made for hats. It's made for women's crotches. It's called a panty liner, And so I thought, well, Playtex might be interested in that because they already make something close to it. All they got to do is change the shape, and they make it so it'll stick on the inside of your hat. No, they didn't give a shit. Yeah. So if you want a hat liner or hat liners, go get a box of penny liners, cut them down the middle. That way you got two different, and it'll keep the sweat. You stick it on the inside of your hat up there, and it'll keep the sweat from coming through. I should make $10 million off that idea, but you can't because all these corporations, just like they blacklist people on YouTube and Facebook, if you're a fan of Donald Trump, then you can't be popular. And if you're not part of our corporation, oh yeah, we saw your idea and we're going to do it ourselves. Well, we're not going to tell you about it. Close-up view, pictures of the wall. Pictures of the wall. There.
Alice Cooper. Picture I took of him showing some girl his wedding ring. That is my great-great-grandparents. Mary Allen Rogers. She's the great-granddaughter of Colonel James Rogers and Ethan Allen. That's why her middle name is Allen. And on the census, they put Ellen because they thought she mispronounced it. But her birth certificate all says Allen. Her middle name's Allen. Never really thought about panty liners before. For hat liners? Yeah, they'll work. But here's some more pictures. This is Ronnie Montrose. Bad Motor Scooter. Ronnie Montrose. Here's a snowman I made. Where is he at? Well, I'm going the wrong way. He's over here. There's Golden Gate Bridge. This is an original Gorman that I made. Birds, trees. Oh, peace pipe. Lots of pictures. Oh, and more over here. Through all the other stuff. Had everything hanging here. Look at this. This is some of my hair. When I cut my hair, I kept some. But I had tape and big knife my kid gave me for Christmas. Yeah. Okay, my arm's tired. I'm putting the thing down. And I gotta plug the phone back in. Those liners are quite expensive material, perhaps.
Yes, I just looked up a box. Yeah, for hat. Yeah, yeah. Oh, my wife wanted these. Yeah. Huh? Oh, got the air going through that. Oh, new material. Yeah, yeah. All it needs, you know, it needs a plastic to keep the sweat from coming through, and some type of absorbent uh, pad to absorb your sweat. um, I guess you could have a little corrugated little air so that you know so the air can get up behind the pad in front of your head. What I don't know. Um, did Forrest Fenn really say that? And what he was on to there. Well, remind me what he said. Eric Johnson. Uh, I can't remember what it was he was discussing now, but it was something I kind of understood, but Eric was kind of confused about it. It seemed. Oh, let's see. What did he say? Did he? No, it won't. Let's see. Okay. Show more. The streets of Santa Fe. Oh, yeah. He was talking about some guy talked to Forrest. Suppose he talked to Forrest on the street corner, and Forrest had told him that he could actually walk to the treasure from where he was there in Santa Fe. So, was he going to walk 200 miles? No, I don't think so, because the treasure is hidden in his will. His will is hidden, buried in the poem. His will is buried under the word there. As I have gone alone in there, into the bank. Even Toby today was talking about, I would put it in a safe deposit box. So they got to have a safe deposit box big enough for a 10 by 10, right? And there's one reason he was saying that, I don't know if a bank will be there, you know, that many years from now if I had a promissory note, you know. And here we go back to the proxy item is the sculptures on the rocks and stuff. It's his trove of memories on the canyon walls, and you find those, you're the winner. And even the sleeve of the book talks like it's. They used to have like radio commercials or something for a contest. You know, if you guess the correct answer, you can go home with $10,000 in cash. It's a prize. It's a prize. It's a contest. The prize isn't out there. There is other things out there that you got to find. And if you find that, then you can collect the prize. And so I think it's probably in a safe deposit box in Santa Fe. But when it's over and his will is read, what I think is it's in his will. It's going to be in his will. After he dies, his will will be read, the winner will be announced, and Doug Preston or Shiloh, one of them's going to take the 35 Plymouth up to the Denver Museum of Nature and Science with the treasure chest in the trunk and leave the treasure chest in there. And the winner is going to get a letter from Forrest Fenn's executor or his lawyer, you know, because you have tea with Olga and attorneys. Tea with Olga and attorneys. Lawyers, attorneys, and so the winner will be notified and have to go up to the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, and present the claim ticket to the curator of the museum, who will give the winner the key for the car and show them where the car is. If you're told to go up there, you're probably going to see it in the parking lot before you even go in. Look for that old Plymouth in the parking lot. The only Plymouth I had was a Cricket, a Plymouth Cricket, and actually I drove it to Colorado in 1979, and it made it fine. And I drove it back to California, and when I got back to California, the transmission went out. I was like, oh, glad it didn't go out on the road. But and then I was commuting on 880. This used to be 17. But I was driving to work, and the one of the cars in front of me rear-ended someone, and so nobody had the brakes, and boom, you know, I was the last car in the back of that pile-up. And you can tell I was the last car because my car was still up against the back end of the car in front of me, you know. If I was the first car, I would have knocked that car ahead and stopped there, and then he would have hit the, you know, but whatever. But the reason, you know, they blame it on me is because the car in the front belonged to the daughter of the mayor of Fremont, you know, the city I lived in. And, yeah, you can't blame them. Somebody slammed on the brakes and somebody rear-ended something, you know. I don't like commuting traffic and stuff. And any good questions here. Oh, you get them printed or copied from copier machine. Oh, probably design a new. Oh yeah, yeah, I can 3D print them now. You could probably buy old tooling from from Playtex or something, the old tooling for their old factory, and just adjust it for the new. My teeth are hurting. I'm gonna check out. I gotta do something more like a spear, but like spear fishing a bluegill. A spear fishing a bluegill, yeah, it's a flat fish, and I've never seen a bluegill bigger than that, man. It's like I posted a picture of me with the. There was a thing about Forrest Fenn and the. Somebody, who put a boat on top of, whoever put a boat on top of a car? We never seen that. That's how we went fishing. Except I said I caught bigger fish than Forrest did. You know, 36-inch striped bass and stuff like that, you know. It had to be 16 inches to keep them. What is it, Jack? You gonna come over here? Huh, Jack? I gotta take him in and get him some updated shots and stuff. He's been acting kind of funny since my friends stopped by with 2 dogs. Did you get some kind of venereal disease from those girls, huh, Jack? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You don't want to be on the YouTube, Jack? You doing a double blank? Come here, Jack. He'll come up here for a treat. I'll get him a treat. Make him show his face up here. Come here. Come here. Come and get it. Come and get it, Jack. It's right here. Come on. It's yours. You come and get it. He doesn't understand English. Yeah. That's the other thing. Them San Francisco Bay stripers were full of mercury too, and I got rid of all my mercury teeth. Gone. You know, because I don't know what caused. I'm getting rid of them things. You know, it may be why I have blood cancer. You know, my bone marrow has cancer, and so it makes mutant blood cells and stuff, and it makes too many of them, and so my system gets clogged up. If I go in they test my blood when I go in every 2 weeks, and if my HCT is 47 or higher, then they drain 500 milliliters of blood from me. So they drained it a week ago Monday, but then I seen my new primary care doctor on Monday, and she did a blood test. It was just 1 week after I had it drained when it was 47, and now it's 47 point. It went up, you know. And what it's saying is I'm making more blood in a week than most people make in 3 months. We'll see this midsummer. Yeah, I don't think it'd be June before February. I think if it's where I think it is, it'd be before February. But then he says there's no paddle up your creek. You know, it put in below the Homer Brown. That's where the first rock sculpture is that you notice. Actually, it wasn't the first one I noticed. When I decided, because I worked the poem backwards to there, and once I noticed that there was more than the one sculpture I found, then I went looking for the others, and I found them all. Even the palette painting. Come here, Jack. Come here. Come here. Come here, buddy. Are you my buddy, Jack? Huh? You my buddy? Show me, buddy. Look at the camera, Jack. Over here. Oh. Hmm? You want that treat? Huh? There under your nose. Got it. He got it. He come up on the bed last night, or it was this afternoon. He come up there, was laying on his back and kicking his legs and just loving his belly rubs. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I had to have Jack take a whiff of Forrest Fenn's butt, and then he can find the treasure for me. You know? Yeah. Where has his ass been? So now he's just sitting on my lap. He says, "Oh, I'm comfortable here." Are you, Jack? Hmm? There's an ear. Just one ear. That's all you get to see of him. Yeah. Well, Jack, you're a good boy, aren't you? You gonna give me a kiss? Hmm? He said, no, rub my ears. Rub my ears more. Oh, yeah. You a good dog, huh? Are you? He's a good puppy. I like them spots on his face. Russ or Teenage, that'll take about 2 weeks. Teenage, if it's in his will or it's a contest and it's in a bank vault, there's nothing, you know, the chest is just like it was when the chase started, and been no weather to it. When he says his treasure chest is wet, he's talking about the process of making the bronze. It's called wet bronze, where they don't heat it up to 2,000 degrees. They only heat it up to 1,300 to 1,500 degrees, and the metals don't melt completely together, and so you get different colors in the bronze. Oh, buddy. Oh. Is there something in my ear? Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, when I got my teeth pulled, he's like, he was interested in what's wrong with your mouth? You want to get down? You want to get down, or should you just stay here? Okay, he wants to stay now. Couldn't get him up here, but now I can't get him to go. Oh, Jack. What? He grabs my hand. He knows how to shake. If you tell him to shake, he knows what shake is. It's the right, the correct paw and everything. He's a smart dog. What do we find in Mother Nature then? It's rock formations. I was going to show you that. I had it on my computer. Um, there. Okay. I'll show you. Okay, Jack. You can get down. You can get down. Boom. Okay, here we go. Oh. How many times I got to push the button on the phone? This phone is so this is the blaze. And you see all these trees here? In the summer, when there's leaves on it, that might block your view. When there's leaves on all these trees here, it might make it harder to see the blaze through all the trees. But here's the guy laying up here on top. There's his foot. And I got a couple other pictures. There's another one of it. That's him laying there on top of the rock. But you see there's other figures through here. You barely see a face in here and stuff. There's a face, there's an eye, and so, you know. So there's all these figures across here. These just stout-hearted men figures in these. One more, and then I'm gonna call it quits because my teeth are. I can't talk much. See, it looks like somebody laying there and somebody laying there on top of them, like holding them. See, here's an arm. There's the guy, another head. This is his hair. But there's an arm reaching up here. So, other picture. There's another angle that it comes out looking a lot more like the drawing in the book. And the drawings in the book are important. And Toby didn't even know if that thing said JF or JP. I think P. J, you know. Oh, that's rad. Right, but how do we claim? No, Forrest knows because the person who finds this stuff is going to say, hey, Forrest, look what I found. I've been sending pictures of all this stuff. He's suffering through the stream. I had a claim from Forrest, assuming we cannot contact him. Because, well, one thing, Fenn 2017, you know, I was asked if I wanted a picture with Forrest. And I didn't know that I was being set up for a staged picture. And Forrest is there, you know, with the George Washington hand in his hat, like, my hat's off to you, and handing it over to you. So, that was a symbology, you know, that nobody can decipher but me and Forrest. But, you know, so that was when I brought the Buffalo Cowboys car to Fenn. And if Forrest ignores something, if he doesn't want to answer, that's because you're too damn close. he can't give it away, you know. He can't. So, but I kind of know what's going on. I know it's gonna, but I keep looking because that might not be it. That might not be the scenario. So I keep looking. And yeah, I'd like it to be over soon because I just walk up the stairs to go to physical therapy and I'm out of breath. You know, that's why I'm glad it's not deep in the forest. I look as much as I look for this treasure spot. I look for other places to find more of these formations around this valley, and I found some pretty amazing. I keep finding more and more and more stuff. More bananas. I'm grabbing all the bananas I can, and nobody's gonna beat my banana collection. So, okay, I'm done. My whole upper this whole, because those front ones they go all the way up in your sinuses. Oh, and so it hurts up here. Oh, that all hurts. Oh, okay. This would be a set for 99 your spam. No, no, you see, he didn't think the bank would be open for so long, and so he changed it to where it's over when he dies. It's the end of his rainbow. Oh, you're welcome, Al. The cartoon I already put. I can't add more people in there. I've already posted it, and maybe someday in the future I'll make another one and include more. um, okay, have a good one. This makes it both pass. There's, yeah, we don't know which one, but so I can go, well, it's in the will, or if it's really out there, I keep looking for it, but I can hope that it's in the will if it's not out there. Okay, have a good one. I'm done.